Once you've left or been discarded by the narcissist in your life, whether it was a business relationship or a personal relationship, for many there's a burning question that remains. Should you warn their next supply, aka victim, about the narcissist? It may seem like a straightforward question with a simple, clear answer. But there's a twist to doing this that you may not be expecting. Could your well-intentioned actions backfire on you? Let's find out. Of course, you are the only one who can make the final decision about whether the right thing is to warn the next person. Today, I'm going to make sure that you have all the ingredients you need to make the best decision for you. And in my next video, I'm going to talk you through how to tell them if that's what you decide to do, and suggest some alternatives if you decide that's maybe not the right thing. So make sure you subscribe so you get notified about that next video. The first thing for you to consider is, and be honest with yourself here, why do you want to warn the next person? And there are many possible reasons, and I'm not here to judge, but you need to be honest with yourself so that you make the right decision for you. So, for example, you might feel that you have a moral responsibility to warn the next person and feel that if you remain silent, you are complicit in the narcissist's abuse. You may wish to prevent the other person from experiencing harm, whether it's from psychological, emotional, verbal, or even physical abuse. You may want to get closure for yourself and find that voice that was suppressed during your relationship with the narcissist. You may, and you have to be really honest with yourself here, want revenge and want to ruin the next relationship or business partnership for the narcissist to get your own back. Before we go any further, if you really believe that there is danger of harm to this next person and even danger to life, then you do have a moral duty to report this. So gather as much evidence as you can, seek legal advice if you need to, and go to the authorities in your region with your evidence and express your fears so that you are then giving them the responsibility of protecting that other person. So let's assume that there isn't any immediate danger to life, but you are still considering warning the next person. We're going to look at the pros, the cons, some practicalities to consider, plus that twist in the tale that I mentioned earlier. First, the pros. I would say that the main positives about warning the next victim are, first and foremost, you are doing your bit to prevent further abuse taking place. So as we've said, this abuse may be psychological, may be verbal, potentially physical, and even financial, especially if there are business concerns. But you speaking up may prevent this from happening. You are also potentially validating the next victim's concerns, doubts that are maybe beginning to take place. In terms of the negatives that you may face by deciding to warn the next victim, I guess the first one may be that you are not going to be believed. the next victim might still be being love-bombed by the narcissist. And of course, love-bombing can take place in business relationships, not just in romantic relationships. So the next victim might still be idealizing the narcissist and will not be ready to listen to you, to believe what you have to say. They may think that you have some other agenda. There is also the possibility that if the narcissist gets wind of you communicating in some way with their current victim, that they will retaliate, and this could be through smear campaigns, other types of personal attacks, and even legal threats. The emotional toll of getting involved once more in the narcissist's life and the possible consequences that I've just mentioned can really be draining on you, and you might find yourself dragged back into some drama triangle. So these are all considerations that you have to take into account as you're making your decision. There are, of course, other factors to take into account. First of all, you need to think about what stage the new relationship is at. We've already mentioned the potential love bombing stage. So if you warn the person too early on into the relationship, then it's not going to be effective. If you leave it too late, it's also going to be ineffective, because by this point they will have been completely enmeshed in the relationship and will be under the control of the narcissist. Also consider the personality of the new victim and their situation. So are they open-minded, or are they likely to be very defensive about anything that is said to them? Do they have people around them who will potentially either block your messages or who will provide a useful channel of your messages and help you to get that message through to them? You also need to think about your relationship with the new victim. So, for example, if you already know them and they have some regard for you, they are more likely to believe you than if you are a complete stranger who they've never met and know nothing about apart from what the narcissist has told them. As you consider whether or not to tell the next victim, you might believe that you're doing the right thing. However, there's a twist to this that could change everything. Narcissists are master manipulators, and your actions could inadvertently strengthen the hold they have on their current victim. Here's how. The narcissist will have already planned for the eventuality that someone alerts their current victim to who they truly are. So they will have said a lot about you already, all in negative terms. So they will have told their current supply that you are jealous, that you are vindictive, that you are crazy, or a whole host of other negative traits, so that when you do, or if you do take action, then you are just validating what the narcissist has said. So they will say something along the lines of, they have never wanted me to be happy, or they have never wanted me to succeed in my work or in my business, and this is what I expected them to do. And this will simply affirm to the new victim that you are exactly who the narcissist said you are and are doing exactly what they said you would do. You could be inadvertently pushing the narcissist and their new victim closer together. The narcissist is going to frame what you do and what you say in such a way that they will be able to play the victim themselves, and they will pretend to be emotional, pretend to be upset and distressed by what you're doing, so that their victim is going to feel even more sorry for them and will believe that they are perhaps the narcissist's only ally, so it will make them less likely to leave rather than more likely. In some cases, the narcissist may even go as far as taking legal action against you. Even if there are no real grounds for this, the fact that they go through the motions and engage legal processes will mean that you have to respond. This is going to cost you time, it's going to be stressful for you, and of course it's going to cost you money. All of these unwanted consequences are going to mean that other relationships in your life are put under strain, and your ability to function in your business as a leader are going to be impacted by all these things going on in the background. So there you have lots of things to consider as you find your answer to the question, should I warn the next victim? What you can do is replay this video and take some notes so that you are making a full decision based on all these different elements. As I said earlier, in my next video, I'm going to walk you through how you can go ahead and warn the next victim, or some alternatives if you decide that maybe that's not the best route for you. So subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.